Hi everybody, Rob with John Milligan Machinery. Winter is nearly here, guys. Christmas is nearly here. Anyway, back to the point in case, or the casing point, I don't know, either way. Today we're going to be looking at the Stihl BGA 250. So, what is it? It's a blower in the Stihl AP range. Pretty simple. You put a battery in, you press the button and it blows leaves. It's as simple as that. But I think we looked at the 160 a couple of 3 weeks ago. This is the next one in the range, the 250. You basically get more oomph. It will take all the AP batteries. And before anybody mentions why this is a funny colour, this is one of our workshop ones. Normally orange, but saves you getting confused. So that's a 300S. It'll take the 200S, the 500S, obviously the bigger battery, the longer runtime. Power-wise, so we'll go through the statistics first. 26 Newton meters. All right, 1,039 meters per hour of blowing force. Weighs 2.7 kgs without the battery, so it's really light. What else have we got on here? Run times. So, a thing to kind of, what's the best way of putting it? The best way to describe battery blowers is they are much more powerful than petrol blowers. All right? A bit like electric cars, you know, they've got a lot of oomph. The downside is you don't get a lot of runtime. Okay? So when you budget into buying one of these or looking into changing over to battery kit, no matter what brand you get, you know, they're all going to have an issue with runtime to a point. You overcome that by battery size and size of batteries, and also a mindset change. So a shift of mindset. So when you're using any petrol machine, when you put it down on the floor and you just leave it and it's running away, we've all been kind of like in that sort of mindset of we're using it. The machine is running and it's being used. With batteries, obviously, when you let go of the button, nothing happens. So when they give you a run time for something, that is based on the trigger time. So you will always get a bit longer than what you think you're going to get. That being said, blowers eat battery power. They are getting better. Different companies do it slightly different way. There are some other brands out there that will do longer run time, maybe a bit less power, but it's all personal preference on your brand. Now this one, to give you an idea of what this does, on a 300S, on max power, will give you about 14 minutes. A lot of you would go, oh, that's ridiculous. That won't do my job. But 14 minutes is a fair amount of time to be on the trigger. Obviously, that elongates the time what you're using it for. Now, this has got 3 settings. Max power is 14 minutes. If you go down to like the basic setting, it claims in the book, and I haven't tested on this one, about 40 minutes. I would say half an hour, roughly. All right. And then if you put the 500S in, you're only going to gain a couple of 3 minutes on those times. So it's all personal preference, guys, all right? You know, they are very good. They're very high-performing products. You just got to go over the runtime side of things. So without me waffling anymore, oh, one more thing. And if you like the Stihl Connect, it's got a built-in, I don't know if Nat can see that. It's got a built-in bit there. So you can put your Stihl Connect, which is the bit where you can track all your runtime, your usage, like it can track where the machine is. So always useful. Other companies have got them built into their batteries. So yeah, so anyway, without me waffling too much, I'm going to show you what it does. I'm going to blow the trailer off and make a mess, and then we'll tidy up a bit of the yard down that end, just to give you an idea of the power that these things can put out. So if I fall over on the trailer, don't laugh. Before I start, the trigger is like variable trigger. So, all right, so you can feather the throttle on what you're using for. Right, let's have a go. Right, as you can see, pretty impressive. Yeah, that was on full power. As you can see, a fair volume of leaves. Did it effortlessly. Nice thing about this, which I forgot to mention, is if I come in closer, yeah. So toggle through your power settings. Okay, so I'd say like if you're doing flower beds and things like around delicate flowers, then you can toggle between the two doobies like that. There are three settings, and also it's got a cruise control. So when you're using it, pull the trigger, press that button, and you can take your finger off this bit, so you don't have to keep holding it, and that'll just keep it at the speed that you set it at. And like I said, variable trigger. In terms of power wise, I think I started with a full battery. I did put it on this morning when Nat quickly said we did a video, so it might not have been a full battery. And like I said, this one you'll get 12 minutes at full power. So what did we do there? 3 minutes maybe of full power. And there's 2 lights left. So like I said, they are hungry. You can't get away from that. But it does a job, and they are super powerful. So you're kind of weighing up the balance, which way you sort of go. But on the whole, nice machine. There's other ones in their range. There's other ones on the market. So it'll be personal preference what you like. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You can't really say much more about blowers really, apart from they blow leaves really well. So anyway, I think we'll finish that video there. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.